Hello, Boswidi, Kalina Kinalavantos Race, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Please take a few seconds to hit that subscribe button and don't forget to like the video to help your girl grow. So today we're doing a little Q&A that I posted on Instagram, and people sent through their questions, and I did write them down. I did write a few down, and yeah, get started. Oh my goodness, some of these questions. Okay, so the first one that I'm going with is, how are you doing? I am doing good. I am doing so much better, and I haven't realized it until I actually read this question and I asked myself, how am I doing? You know how we usually lie and say, yeah, I'm fine, but we're really not fine, and we're battling things that we have no idea what to call them. Yeah, I passed that and I'm really good. I'm good. Thank you for that question. And then the second one says, which is really funny. It says, I am shy to ask, but how do we pronounce your surname? Basically my surname. And it's a very funny story because I pronounced it how I found my new family pronouncing it, which is Dos Reis. And I have a few Portuguese friends who told me, girl, you're pronouncing it wrong. And I was like, but you know. So one of my friends, Vero, who is a very good friend of mine, said, yeah, you are now going to become a Dojresh. Like, you know what? So I pronounce it how people pronounce it. Like people who do not know how to speak Portuguese pronounce it, you know. So I pronounce it I pronounce it Dos Reis. And then somebody asked, do you stay in Gauteng? No, I don't. I stay in Limpopo, in a small town, in a close village to a small town called Groblersdal. Yeah, but I'm originally, because there is that question, where am I originally from? I'm originally from Mohlaletsi, Raskukune. It's a bit further than where I've been married and decided to stay. Somebody asked, how old are you? I am 25 years. I was born in the year 1999. And then another question said, what did you study? I studied Become Law, and oh my goodness, it was so hard, but we did it and we obtained our degree. So yeah, I am a graduate. Yeah, and then another question said, I'm also studying Become Law, and I find myself so anxious at times. Any tips, sis? Finish that degree, ma'am. Finish that degree. Push and finish that degree. I was anxious all the damn time, okay? All the damn time. But what I can say is that remember your end goal, and it's so much worth it. Gonamela stage, it's so fulfilling, and saying that you have that degree is also so much worth it. So I would say push. That's the only tip I have. Push it away. Another question says, what do you do for a living? And then there's, are you a housewife? And somebody said, are you currently working? So no, I'm not working. What do I do for a living? I maneuver, okay? So yeah, I'm currently unemployed. And am I a housewife? No, I'm not a housewife. I don't know, I don't know the meaning of that term, okay? I do not know the meaning of that term. I've been in the corporate world for a little short while after graduating, and I shortly fell pregnant. When my contract was ending, I decided not to apply for any other internships, because that's what I was applying for. Well, I was applying for jobs, but you know, it's South Africa and it's really hard to get jobs in South Africa. So I did internships, and then when I fell pregnant, I decided when the contract ends, and because I was in a very toxic environment regarding my internship, like our manager, and yeah, it's a story for another day. They were very, very, very cruel. And so I decided, after my husband and I actually decided, it was my decision, but I asked my husband if it's okay, and he said definitely. I decided to stay at home and take care of our household, and also to raise, you know, my little one. And because I stayed at home with my first one because I was still finishing up my degree, and I stayed at home while studying, and it was very easy for me to basically be hands-on with our first child. So I saw an opportunity to do the same with my second one. Unfortunately, I was not studying, or unfortunately, I was not studying or doing anything part-time or anything like that. So I think I indulged myself in content creation, which is really a very, 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 very hard place to be, because I love to be authentic, and I do not want to pressurize myself with whatever like is going on in the world. So I sometimes find it a little hard to do, but anyway, so yes, I am not working, I'm not a housewife, I'm a stay-at-home mom and wife, and because I don't know what the term housewife means, you know, and I'm not currently working, I'm currently unemployed. And then another question was, where are you from? I've already answered that. I'm from Rasukukune, Mohlalitse, in a small village called Mohlalitse. Well, it's not that small, but yeah. And then, how old are you? Oh no, how old were you when you got married? So my husband went to show face at my home when I was 19, and I also got engaged. I didn't know I was getting engaged on that day, but I also got engaged and was being married young, part of the plan. I think it became part of the plan when I met my husband, because I've always wanted to be a young mom. I believe in growing with my kids, and when my husband came, I believed in, although he's older than me by a few years, I believed in growing with my family. So it became part of the plan very quickly. Marriage was part of the plan initially, but I was not sure if I would be fortunate enough to get, you know, to get it when I was that young. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. So it was initially not in my plans, but I wanted to get married, obviously, but being a young mom was part of my plan. So when my husband came, everything fell into place. Another question is, was your family okay with you getting married at a young age? I mean, because I was still in school and my dad was basically still paying for my fees, I was a bit skeptical to tell them that, like, you know, I found someone, but I had to do it for the comfort and the growth of myself and my marriage and my relationship at that time. So I wanted my husband to be part of my family, that side, like, and for me to be part of his family without any restrictions, without any disrespect towards anyone. So it quickly became about me more than my family. And fortunately for me, my parents are very open, and they evolve with times. But they were very understanding. My mom was a bit worried. She kept on asking me. I remember when they came, she kept on asking, are you sure? Are you sure this is what you want to do? And I was sure. I was sure. I think I was sure. I'm becoming a little dry. I think I was sure. So yeah, it was not about them. My dad was a bit worried, even asked the question, because I'm still, you know, I thought you were still a child and you were still in school. You don't disturb any of that. I know you guys want a great future for me, but this is my future, you know. How is married life? Married life is life. That's how I can put it. Married life is life, because I wouldn't have it any other way. So whatever I go through, it is my life and that's what I want. So married life it's good. It's good. It's life. It's how I want it to be, you know. I don't know if that makes sense, because I can't say it's perfect, but I love it. I love it. Through and through, I love it. I love married life. I love married life. And at what age did I have my first baby? I was 21, so I got pregnant. The month I turned 21, I conceived my first child. And then, yeah, I gave birth 2021. So I was 22 years old. Okay, yeah, no, I was 22 years old when I had my first daughter. What have you been? Oh, how did you get back in shape after giving birth? Honey, genes. I think I just have good genes, because I don't even have stretch marks on my tummy. Like, I think it's just good genes. There's nothing that specifically I did to get back into shape, except maybe immediately after giving birth I used a belt. I'll try and set a picture where I was wearing, like, there's two different types of belts that I've used. The one they give you goes bedlele, which is a bit comfortable but still, you know. And then I also used the hot belt, which is much more uncomfortable, but it helped me as well, I think, because yeah, usually when a woman gives birth, they tie their tummies immediately afterwards, so that it doesn't stay the way it is when you're pregnant. So I tied my tummy basically, and then after that I tied it for probably a few weeks, and then I was done. I think that's how I got back. But also chickens, guys, I don't know if these things help, but yeah. What have you been using lately on your face? I see it has been improving and you are glowing. Thank you. So with my second baby, her pregnancy really came through for me. It really came through for me because my skin started clearing up. Although in the first trimester, definitely the ringworms, like just here on my nose and on my eyebrows and on the edges of my hairline, and it was not fun, but my skin was really clearing up. And yeah, so it cleared up. And then after that I discovered I'll put the things that I use somewhere on the screen. I used the sunscreen. Is it Demopel? It really helped as well. And then this year I discovered the Garnier range. It is the charcoal range, and also the vitamin C. Those serums, I actually only use those serums. Oh, and the face wash. I use the face wash as well. They really do help. They really do help for me, but skins are different. So if maybe you're struggling with something, just see a dermatologist, because I know how bad skin struggles are. And I would hate for anyone to go through those. So yeah, I think I've answered all the questions, or most of the questions. Some of them were almost the same, but I've tried to answer them to the best of my abilities. and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching till this far. Please do leave a comment, and don't forget to like the video. Please subscribe so that we grow, and see you on the next one. Bye.